The top 10 questions I get when it comes to shark diving. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Space Shark on YouTube, Space Shark Earth on Instagram. Today, something a little different. I want to enjoy a cup of coffee with you and take some time to answer your questions about sharks and how we do these shark dives. The first question is, how is this even possible? These creatures could kill you. You're crazy for jumping in. I've been doing it for 20 years, and the things I've learned over that time, perhaps the most important thing is, every time you get in the water with a shark, it's going to be different. It's never the same dive twice. When I jump in the water with sharks, I consider it the first time I'm in the water with sharks. How is it possible? We do heavy training, and our training is focused on safety and risk mitigation. We are trying to put together good public relations for sharks, and it does us no good if there's an injury or anything happens to us in the water with these animals. Again, I've had thousands of dives with sharks, spent a lot of hours with sharks, and the one thing is that every dive is different, and you just have to train. You really have to train, and that goes for every shark expedition I do. I'm going to retrain, and we're going to have the conversation, and we're going to go over everything that can happen on a shark dive. So how is it possible? Question number one, it's possible through a lot of training. Question number two, aren't you scared? I'm really more scared what will happen if these animals are wiped out of the ocean. There's still industrial longlining. There's still just heavy fishing for sharks. The demand for shark fin soup is down a bit, but the thing is now sharks are being used in pet food, cosmetics. People still take shark liver oil, which has no health benefits. In fact, it can make you sicker. There's research on that. So am I scared? I'm scared that sharks are going to be wiped out of the ocean unless I can bring back beautiful video and images of these animals. That was question number two. Question number three, what time are sharks most active? Now, during the day, we put scent in the water, we put bait in the water, which attracts the sharks to us. And if we're making the transition from day to night, divers actually act as enrichment for the sharks along with the bait to bring the sharks to us and to keep them in the area. So that goes back to the question, well, when are they most active? The night dives with sharks are usually pretty relaxing. There's still a lot of sharks. And I would say also it depends on season. With climate change and the water staying warmer longer, a lot of these animals are to the north and they haven't migrated down to the Bahamas yet. So we know that the season for sharks seems to be getting shorter and shorter. In the middle of winter, on a moderate day, as far as temperature goes, you're going to get a lot of sharks. So I would say the sharks are most active if something's going on in the water and seasonality affects their activity as well. Question number four, how do you dive with so many sharks? So take a winter's day, perfect dive. There's going to be a lot of sharks. And it is different when you get in the water with a lot of sharks because you kind of have to keep your head on a swivel. Sometimes it's better to be in the water with a lot of sharks because they're always taking your attention. You're always keeping your eye out for a shark. And maybe one over there, there may be one over there. And how do you dive with so many sharks? The other thing is we use a buddy team underwater. We use a buddy system. So if I see a shark coming in like this tiger shark, which is actually my dog shark. If this shark is coming in, I will point to it and then I'll look at this diver and I'll make sure he's pointing to the shark as well. That way we always know where the shark is because you definitely don't want a shark to get behind you. That's not good. And I've had it happen and it's not fun. So how do you dive with so many sharks? We use a buddy team. Number five, isn't touching sharks bad? Okay, I get a lot of feedback on this and a lot of criticism for some of the stuff I've documented of people interacting with sharks. Jim Abernathy, who's an expert shark diver in West Palm Beach, believes that showing affection to a shark, if you get people to love an animal, that will help protect the animal for the long term. Do I touch sharks? Not really, because I'm filming them, and I don't feel I really need to touch with the shark. Now, in a minute, we're going to get to some of the most popular sharks like Emma and Emily. If Emma comes by, and I've known this shark since 2007, if Emma comes by, I am going to reach out just to connect to the animal. But I don't punch the shark. I don't push the shark. I'm doing nothing that would really harass the shark. A light touch is fine. Now, some people say, oh, well, there's mucous membrane on the shark, and if too many people touch it, da-da-da-da-da. But the fact of the matter is if you look at Stingray City in the Cayman Islands, which has been going on for 40 years now, one of the most popular marine interactive areas in the world, people interact with those animals all day long. The rays are healthy, and they're not even wearing gloves. When we interact with the shark, we're wearing gloves. So is it okay to interact, show the shark affection? Some people say no. Now, you're not going to touch a coral reef. You're not going to touch a sea turtle. You're not going to harass a manatee. You're not going to do that to any of those animals. Sharks, though, because sharks have been so misrepresented in media, and they really need everyone's help. I think if you are doing it under the proper supervision, again, like somebody with Jim Abernathy of Jim Abernathy Scuba Adventures, if you've been taught how to do it, I think it's fine. I don't really touch sharks that much. I mean, I might pet a shark if Jim's there and he wants me to pet a lemon shark. Here's a video of me petting a lemon shark. I'll do it, but I'm much more interested in taking you there through beautiful video. That's what I strive to do, is I want to bring you the video so you will fall in love with the animal, and if I can do that, then I'm doing my job. One other thing, hooks. So interacting with the animal, touching an animal. There's also, I think it's got 30 million views now, maybe 40 million views, of an attempt to remove a hook out of a tiger shark. If we can remove a hook out of a shark, we will do it. And it's just something that kind of goes with the territory. Jim does it, Mike does it, and they work to remove hooks from tiger sharks, lemon sharks. Bull sharks are a little bit different because bull shark is just such a boisterous animal, and they're very fast, very powerful, very strong. But tiger sharks kind of just leisurely sometimes seem to come by, and the right person, the right professional could reach in and remove a hook. So if we can remove a hook, we will. So that's question number 5, shark affection. Question number 6, tiger sharks seem to be like big dogs. I would agree. In having a dog, Rocky, who's watching this whole thing and wanting actually to eat right now, I believe that tiger sharks are like big stray dogs. You have to give them the utmost respect. You have to know where they are. You have to keep eye contact with them, and you have to show that you're not going to let them get the best of you, and that is eye contact with the animal. But yes, I agree. Question number 6, sharks are big dogs, and I think that's why they've been called sea dogs. What are the sharks you know? What are the sharks that I know? Well, I know Emma, and I've known Emma the tiger shark for a very long time, named after Emma Finn. We even wrote a song about her recently called Emma the Tiger Shark. She's been the subject of countless documentaries. Big, beautiful, 14, 15-foot shark that just when she's in the water with you, and we can tell that it's Emma because of the markings she has on her, you just know it's Emma the tiger shark, and she's just big, peaceful, beautiful animal. I would say being in the water with Emma the tiger shark is kind of the same of being in the water with the whale shark. Big, beautiful animal. Now, Emily the tiger shark, which you will see in a lot of these videos because she's always there, and she's always there 365 days a year. Emily the tiger shark has a little birth defect, we think, a little indentation on her snout. So that's how we tell it's Emily the tiger shark, and Emily seems to want to be in camera, on screen, all the time. So that's Emily the tiger shark, great tiger shark. There are other sharks that they know, but those are the 2 that I've probably spent the most time with now. How can you do this? How can I do this? Well, if you want to shark dive, and I recommend it, you could start with something small like nurse sharks. I started with Caribbean reef sharks at a place called Stewart Cove Dive Bahamas in Nassau, and I kind of learned how to interact with smaller sharks, and then I went right to the great white shark, and from there went to tiger sharks. So it's just a progression, and it's your comfort level, because one of the things about diving with sharks is when you're underwater with sharks, you want to make sure that you're focused on the sharks, and you kind of want all the rudimentary skills of scuba diving far behind you. What if they follow us? What if they follow us back to the boat, was a question. Now, the thing about a tiger shark is, and most sharks, if you make eye contact with a tiger shark, chances are it'll wave off. You never want to turn your back to a tiger shark, because it will want to sneak up on you and perhaps bump you to know what to find out what you are. So you have to keep their eyes in focus, and you really have to know. You have to make eye contact with the tiger shark. That is critical. And the other thing, so the question is, what do they follow us to the boat? We go up directly by the boat through a dive line, and I have video of that. And we go down the dive line, and then on the bottom to wherever the dive area where we're diving with the sharks is. We never want to be on the surface unless we are directly by the boat, because if you're on the surface of the water and a tiger shark looks up, tiger shark may think you're a sea turtle and want to investigate what you are. So that is the key. And that brings us to question number 10. Why is the water so clear? Well, this is the Bahamas, and the waters of the Bahamas are crystal clear. Astronauts on the International Space Station, when they fly over the Bahamas, they say it's one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I couldn't agree more, especially when I'm underwater with these animals. The other thing I would say is we try to dive around high tide, either going into high tide or coming out of high tide, because as most of you know, at high tide, we're going to have that clear, pristine water, and sometimes the sharks look like they're flying. It's incredible. So that was question number 10. Wow, that went by pretty fast. Hope it went by fast with you. I got another comment today. It said, this channel made me like sharks. Well, if that's the thing, if this channel made you like sharks, that's the point of this. We just want to bring back compelling video so people understand that these creatures deserve to be protected. They are amazing animals. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, liking the videos. We'll make more. Now, as we get ready to go back to Tiger Beach for more video, please ask questions. What would you like to see? What do you want to know about? We really want to continue to work to educate everybody on these animals, to make more people love them so they will want to protect them. So thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, check out this video. We'll see you next time.